Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach Joe Mihalich. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you, Stephen. It's good to be here.
Coach, a perfect 2-0 week with some unique wins, I would say. Let's get right into it. First win, a come-from-behind win over Delaware last Thursday. Halftime down 11. What change did you make at that halftime that really, you could argue changed the week and hopefully change the season?
Yeah, it might be, because I think that first half against Delaware was as lackluster a performance as we had, and I don't know why. We actually had a decent week of practice going into it. We had good practices. So I don't know, I can't explain it, but and at halftime it wasn't about X's and O's, it wasn't tactical stuff, it was more about just, playing hard. Really, that's if you wanted in a nutshell to know what we talked about at halftime, it was that, playing hard. And they did, the kids did. They played so hard in that second half. And I think they learned that when you play hard, good things happen. And so they did that. They competed. They, had that sense of urgency that you need, and played hard. And we played real well the second half against Delaware. And I think, as you said, it carried into Saturday.
Obviously, Justin Wright-Foreman has become the team's go-to scorer. You got a great performance in that game from an unlikely source. Hunter Sabetti, double-double, first career Division I double-double. Just talk about his transformation, becoming such an integral part of this team at this point in the season.
Well, first off, Justin, I think you make a good point there. It's his gift. Everybody has a gift. Rokas is a gift of being one of the best rebounders in the country, and Justin's gift is he can score. So, that's what he does, and that's what Rokas does, and everybody else has their skill. Hunter was terrific that night, and as I said to people on the team, it's not about getting an opportunity. It's about what you do when you get that opportunity. And he really produced this. We're in a production business. You got to produce. You got to score a bucket, get a rebound, take a charge, get a steal, get an assist. But you got to produce, and he sure did produce.
And the crowd and the team really seems to feed off some of his energy that he brings to the court, doesn't it?
Well, one of our fellow coaches referred to him as Rudy, because he, which I thought was a real compliment, because he does energize people, and I think he's really well liked and really well respected. He's a great guy, and everybody's happy for him.
We had a funny conversation after the game and after the press conference. I turned to you and said, Coach, if I would have told you that on February 2nd we would bring Justin Wright-Foreman and Hunter Sabetti into the press conference, you cracked up laughing. You said, yeah, you never know how it's going to happen, and it's happened, right?
That's incredible, and you realize that, and it's true. I would have never thought that.
So we move on now. You got the win over Delaware. Huge home game on Saturday against Drexel, longtime rival. What were your thoughts going into that game, and then we'll get into all that transpired?
Well, and again, let's don't forget a really important thing here. We're playing without Rock. Rokas didn't play in either game, which makes those two wins really all the more sweeter. And Elijah's far from 100%. He missed the Elam game. Basically missed missed all of the.
Second time in a month, Coach.
I know. I turned the phone off. That's an alarm to remind me about this. Anyway. And Elijah's far from 100%. He didn't play against Drexel, sprained his ankle in the first half down there. So, to do it without those two guys without Rock at all, and with Elijah being, 60%, and that really affected us not having Rock against Drexel, because they're so big and physical. And so that was a problem for us. We had trouble dealing with that. And, Drexel, to their credit, capitalized on that. And their big guy, Rodney Williams, had a good game. And, we were able to, pull that out in the end with what was a miracle 1 minute.
So, Coach, you're down 77-67 with 1:15 left. I know Coach never thinks his team's going to lose, but the win probability, according to KenPomeroy.com,
I'd like to hear this,
was 0.5%.
What was that high?
So
it was that high, huh?
At what point in that game, as the comeback, I guess, starts, do you actually believe you have a chance, or did you believe you have a chance the whole time?
Well, you always believe you have a chance. You really do. Listen, hope springs eternal. If you don't believe you have a chance, then we're in the wrong profession. I really did believe we could do it. That being said, you knew that you need some help from the other end, and we got it. They missed the 1-and-1, and they missed 2 foul shots.
Right.
Committed an offensive foul. So
3 straight three-pointers fell.
Correct, for us.
2 and then free throws.
So we had that 1 minute stretch where everything that could go right did. Now, I hate to go back to January, but in January everything that could go wrong did go wrong for us. So we'll take it. We're not gonna be apologetic for the fact that everything that could go right did. But that's what happens, and so when I feel like, so Elijah hits the 3 to make it 7, we take a foul on one of their guys, he misses a 1-on-1. That's when you feel like you can do it. And then Brian hit the 3, right?
Right.
That's when you're like, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, we can do this. Because pretty quickly it was 4. It went from 10 to 4 with, I don't know, when Brian hit that shot, maybe 37 seconds or something like that.
Exactly.
That's when we think, you know what, we really can do this.
Most unlikely comeback you've been a part of in your coaching career?
Without a doubt, I can't think of anything even close.
And we talked about it. It could be a season changer type of week and a game right there, right?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. And I think that, I'll tell you, it was a happy locker room afterwards. It was great. That locker room after the game was louder than any post-game locker room last year when we won the league.
Great crowd, including the student section, full to the
Nice.
rafters. Just talk about how much that important that
Oh,
was.
that's just, it's just incredible when your students are there, and we can't thank the students and our fans enough, but it was a fabulous crowd for a great cause. It was Autism Awareness Night, and, all the people like yourself and Chris Yarnone and Mike Neely and all the other administrators. It was just a great, great night, and, Lori Jones and Professor Halpern got involved, and it was a great night, it really was, for everybody at the Hofstra.
Now we move on to a pivotal week in the season, going on the road to 2 tough places, Towson and Northeastern this week on the road with a flight mixed in. How do you regroup after 2 big wins and just turn the page now in this tough CA?
I mean, this is another chance for me to complain about the way we do the schedule, because we did have that great win on Saturday. Like, you just can't wait to get back on the floor, and you gotta wait till Thursday. It's just a bad flow, but listen, I always say this when I'm complaining about it, it's the same for everybody. So, but we get healthy. It gives us a couple days for Rock to get better. I don't know what'll happen with him. Gives Elijah a chance to get a little bit better. And but it's going to be a tough trip. I mean, we go to Towson. They might be Charleston and Towson, 2 hottest teams in the league, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Towson's on a roll. Pat's got them playing great. Tough bunch. And it's going to be. We got a tough battle there. We got a tough challenge there. And then you know how I am. I can't even think about Northeastern, but that'll be a tough trip too.
Before I ask you about your keys to victory on Thursday, any update on Rokas Kustiz?
He's getting better, but it's one of those injuries you got to be careful with. I mean, it's a tough call here, because he's, it's near crunch time now. We don't want to, I guess if you bring a guy back too soon and then it doesn't work out, then we got the playoffs coming up here in 3 or 4 weeks. So.
And keys to victory on Thursday against Towson University.
Well, I mean, when you talk about Towson, you talk about a tough bunch of guys who really guard you, rebound the ball. I mean, you just got to bring your, you just got to. It's a big boys game on Thursday, and we got to be prepared to play that way.
Well, Coach, good luck this week, and we'll be back with you next week.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us on the W. Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach Joe Mihalich.